Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be working on our weaving. Last week you worked on either drawing your own version on the back or using the pre-made version on the front. So if you haven't done so already, you're actually going to put your drawings, so these things, underneath your weft strings, or your warp strings, sorry, not these strings, and you're just going to tuck it in behind there. Making sure you have it totally in there. Okay, and I'm going to scoot it all the way down to the bottom. Oops, it's caught. I'm going to scoot it all the way down to the bottom, if you see that right there, to make sure that it's really tight and secure. And I'm actually going to move my legs so that one of my legs is actually lined up with one of these warp strings. So right where that middle line is, line it up right there. So the first thing is your feet are going to get woven together. So notice the line doesn't go all the way down, just goes straight across. So this is just going to be a basic weaving. I am using a needle, you don't have to, but when you are weaving with a needle, make sure that you hold onto the edge, because when you pull it, if you pull, it'll just keep going. Alright, so I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see what we're doing. Alright, there we go. Okay, so you can either start under or over, either one is fine. And I'm just going to start under. So making sure you go under, over, all the way across, just like you normally would. Make sure I get that last little piece. I'm going to pull it all the way through. This is really important, so that you only have a tail. It's about the length of your pointer finger. And then I'm actually going to go back the other way. So this one went under. My next one has to go over and then under. And so I would keep going back and forth, doing this all the way across. And one thing I want to point out is that you want to make sure that when you are doing this, that you're not pulling super tight, because if I pull super tight like that, do you see how this string moved in? You don't want that to happen, because then it'll wind up doing that to all of your strings, and they'll go in like this, and it won't look good at the end. So you want to leave it nice and loose, just kind of pat it down. So I'm all the way to the other end. So you're just going to keep going across like this, pulling your string all the way through. And sometimes, to make sure that I'm not pulling it too tight, I'll actually put my finger here and just kind of hold it. And also make sure that you're pushing your string down. You should not be able to see any of your warp strings, those are these white ones, through your weaving. So if you notice, you can still see mine, so I need to push it down tighter. So again, you just keep doing this back and forth. When you get up past this line of your feet, you're actually going to start to weave your legs independently. But we'll see how to do that on our next video. But for right now, this is all we have to do. Just keep going back and forth, and then we'll do our next step. So, have any other questions, let me know.